my dudes, it's Tuesday again, the sun's shining, I'm pointing the camera into the sun. What a fucking idiot I am. I hope you're well. I'm doing really good. They're going to do something a little bit different over the next couple of weeks. I really want to do a video or a pair of videos, which is basically a message to my future self. If I put on weight again, and you know, we've seen the stats, haven't we? We've seen the graph, haven't we, where the roller coaster is up and down and up and down. So it's going down at the moment, but inevitably it will probably go up again. So I want to be able to look back on this video and the next video and go, look, this is what you need to do to get back on track. Now, we'll do food this week, we'll do diet nutrition this week, we'll do exercise next week, okay? So, before I go on, anyone watching this, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not an expert, I just know what was working for me at the moment. Okay, so let's talk about food, let's talk about nutrition, let's talk about diet. I hate that word, diet. Diets are unsustainable, don't go on a diet. First tip for you, don't go on a diet, don't starve yourself, don't go, oh no, just need to eat salad all the time. It doesn't work. People eat salad, people start January the 1st, right, I'm gonna get lose some weight this year, and they start eating salads. They eat nothing but salads for 2 weeks. What happens? They get bored of salads. Then they step on the scales. What's happened? Nothing. Why is that? Have a guess. What happened to me in January? Do you remember in January I was eating 1,700 calories. If I was burning 2,700, I was always 1,000 under. Think about it, you're eating salads, density wise, brilliant, loads, you can eat tons and tons and tons of salad, but it's got very few calories in it. So what happens is your body stores all the calories, all of them, and you don't lose any weight at all. If anything, you put weight on, which then what happens is you become demoralised, you get dejected, and you eat all of your favourite fatty foods, and you're back to square one. You know? So don't have a diet. It's a meal plan. The thing with a diet is all diets are unsustainable in the long term. You have to change your eating habits so that they are something you can do forever, potentially, if that's what you want to do. If you want to be, I don't want to be fat guy anymore, I don't want to be fat girl anymore, I need to change my eating habits full stop. The thing is, people take them to the extreme. People go, oh no, I need to eat low fat. Low fat shit, don't do low fat, it's crap. People do this and people do that. This guy lost loads of weight on the keto diet. Do keto if you think that you can sustain it forever. You know, do low carb if you think you can sustain it forever. I would never do low carb. I think low carb diets are so fucking stupid. And this is coming from a man who's type 2 diabetic, yeah, who probably should do something low carb. I just choose not to. Yeah, I'm not conscious of my carbs whatsoever. I just don't see the point. Yeah. What you need to do is you need to create a nutrition plan or a meal plan or something that's going to work for you. So, future Mark, as this is who this is addressed to, what we did is we did a few things and they're really quite simple, okay? So number one, you've seen on my SWAT videos, my screwdriver with a twist videos, yeah? You've seen I've got a hydrator. It's a 2-litre bottle of water. Yeah, drink one of those every single day without fail. If not better, drink 2 of them like I do now. Yeah, that's 4 litres of water. You can't lose weight without having enough water. If you're doing a wee, if you're doing a piss and your wee is yellow, you're not got enough water unless it's first thing in the morning. Because first thing in the morning you get all your shit out of your system that you've put into your body overnight. But yeah, every wee you do needs to be clear, every single one, and that's a sign that you've got enough water on board. If you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. Yeah, if you're thinking, God, I need a drink, dehydrated. It's already too late. You know, you need to basically sipping water constantly during the day. That is one of my absolute top tips. It's one of the things that even when I've been at my fattest, it's one of the things that I try to do. But think about it, what happens when you lose fat is your body replaces the fat in the fat cells with water. Yeah, and then when it needs some water, what does it do? It pulls it out of the fat cells and you lose weight. That's what's called a whoosh. You'll hear people talk about having a whoosh. That's what that is. They're bloody great whooshes. I love a good whoosh. I love it when you lose a couple of pounds in one go. Like, what happened? You just pissed out some water. Brilliant. Okay, so it's another tip is that I've taken on board. It's because I want to build muscle, and this is only going to work realistically if you're trying to put on muscle. I suppose it can work as well in a normal diet. I'll come to why in a second. So I started this on February the 1st. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Okay, this is really, really easy and really hard at the same time. I'm 220 pounds, so I've got to eat 220 grams of protein a day. With meat, for example, that's really quite a lot of food. So you're allowed to supplement it with protein bars and protein shakes. Just make sure that you make a decent choice when it comes to protein bars, because there's so many protein bars out there that are full of shit. They're full of crap, they're full of filler, they're way too calorific. I had one yesterday, just I fancy one, I was putting some petrol in my car, and it was 357 calories. And it was one of those for 12 grams of protein. And it was all they had in the garage. And it was one of those, it was only after I'd bought it, and I looked at the wrap and went, what the fuck is that? I have Fulfill bars, or I have a Carb Killer bar. They're 20 grams of protein, they're 200 calories. Yeah, and they do. I've probably made 2 of those a day, and I have way more protein shakes. Protein shakes are a great thing. I have a protein shake for breakfast, for example. I'll normally have one with my lunch. So that's really good. So one of the things that I've done, and this is just for me, this might not work for you. You may have reasons to not want to, or you may just like it. But I've completely ditched alcohol now. The day of recording today is day 73 off the alcohol, and I'm going for 100 days. But then I'm also, I think if I do get to 100 days, I think I'm just going to quit entirely, because I'm not missing it in the slightest. I've even got to the point now, so for the first month or so, I was having Beck's Blues, or I bought some alcohol-free Gordons, which is a thing, and I bought some alcohol-free rum as well. I've got to the point now where I don't even touch those. I just don't see the point. I had them because sometimes with a good meal, you're like, yeah, I'd have a beer or something like that. And I just got to the point where I didn't want them. I just wanted to have water instead of hitting that nuts. So some people, if you like to have a drink, that's fine. So what you can do is you can just decrease how much alcohol you have, and just to see if it makes a difference. Some people, it just won't make a difference at all. But if you think about it, if you're having a pint of cider is 300 calories, and if you're trying to do a calorie controlled diet, that's a fucking big ass chunk of your calories. Imagine you have 2 pints of cider, yeah, and you're aiming for 2,000 calories a day. You've put in over a quarter of your daily calories in one go. And let's be frank here, it takes this is the thing with drinking and calories is that it's way too easy to consume the calories. You're not having to work for it. Does that make sense? I done it for personal choice. I've never been a drinker. I became a drinker when I got with Liz, because she's a drinker. I was always a smoker. I've never shied away from that fact. And yeah, now we're changing that back around. So I like that a lot. That's always a good one. A big tip for you here is don't starve yourself. Okay, so what I talked about before about the people who eat the salads. So people try to lose weight, and what they do, I'm going to eat 1,000 calories today, and in the short term that will work for you. Okay, that will work in the very short term. Do you ever see people who have lost a lot of weight really quickly? What do they always look like? They always look haggard, don't they? They always look haggard, and they always look tired. They always look really drawn. Like, they look like a fucking zombie, don't they? That's what they look like, let's be honest here. They look like a bloody zombie. And that's because they've lost it too fast. And they've done I'm only going to eat 800 calories. Something like that. Some people can do that with me. I demonstrated in the January. It just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. So with my... Because I'm doing the 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight tunnel, yeah, we're doing a different walk today, believe it or not. It's Tuesday, we're not doing the same walk every time. Different walk today. Yeah, I don't actually have a set calorie goal. But I like to be under my calories that I've burnt for the day. So if I go for a run, I'll know that, or if I'm on my bike, I know it'll be like a 3,200 calorie day. So if I eat, say, 2,800 calories, which, let's be honest here, it's fucking a lot. If you're not eating junk food, that's a lot of food. A lot of food to eat. I had a roast lamb dinner on Sunday, and and I'll come to this in a second. I track my calories, which I'll talk about at great length if you want me to. Or I probably will. Yeah, I put in every single thing that I had on my plate. I put in all the veg, I put in all the meat. It came to 780 calories. That is a whopping meal. But it's the thing about roast potatoes are a big thing, aren't they, for calories? And it was one of those, afterwards, I couldn't leave the table because I was so full. They were 780 calories. So what you're saying is, what I'm saying on that one, the reason I'm telling you this, I've got, if I'm aiming for 2,800 calories for that day, for example, I've got 2,000 calories to burn. And I think I've had that one meal, I'm like, oh my god. So if you're not eating junk food, you're not eating crisps, if you're not eating things that are highly calorifically dense, like chocolate is a good one for, I got given an Easter egg. I had one Easter egg, because I'm diabetic and really shouldn't have an Easter egg. So we had one dairy milk Easter egg between Liz and I. If you'd eaten the entire egg, which old Mark easily would do, just literally smash it up and eat it, 1,000 calories for some chocolate. And you're like, going, fucking hell, come on. People go take it to the other end. So I'm only eat 1,300 calories a day, and how many have you burnt? 2,000. Probably too much. Probably going to be going into starvation. Your body will go into starvation mode. Okay, it's tricky. It's really, really tricky to find that balance, and it'll take time. What I would say to you is, make sure. Okay, this is probably the biggest and most important one I'll do. Okay, is that get an app like MyFitnessPal. That's the one that I use. I'm sure there are other calorie trackers out there, and start tracking your calories. Okay, here's the thing: you've got to be honest. You'll see if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, by the way. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I do a thing on any post that's regarding my weight loss, my exercise, anything like that. I always put 2 hashtags on it. Okay, I put lots of hashtags, but there's 2 that I always put on. One is CICO, which is calories in, calories out, and one is hashtag no diet. Okay, I don't believe in diets at all. Right, but calories in versus calories out will work, scientifically proven. The laws of thermodynamics mean it has to work, right? But for it to work, you've got to be honest. And I mean really honest with it. So I'll put on the screen right now, I'll put up 2 pictures for you. I've been hanging on to these pictures for a while because I wanted to do a video about them, but I didn't want to come across as being too preachy, but this is the point to do it. So on the left, these before I put them on, this is the smallest bowl that I own. Okay, so on the left right now is what I would consider, old Mark would consider, a portion of crisps or chips to my American friends. Okay, it's a small bowl, it's full up, that is clearly a portion. Now on the right, let's bring on the one on the right, that is how much the bag says is a portion. So the one on the left is 75 grams and the one on the right is 25 grams. Now if you put into MyFitnessPal or your calorie tracker of choice, I had a portion of crisps, but you actually ate the one on the left, you've eaten 3 times the calories. Now let's say, for argument's sake, because I don't know off the top of my head, but let's say that the bag says that one portion of crisps is 150 calories. Well, if you've eaten the one on the left, you've put into MyFitnessPal, I had 150 calories, but realistically, you've had 400 calories, 450 calories. You are lying to the app. If you don't weigh out things like that, you have to weigh them. It's so fucking important that you weigh things like that, because it's really difficult. Sorry, there's a van coming. I was going to say I should have just stopped talking there and edited that bit out, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. So yeah, so if you're lying to the app, you're lying to yourself. Especially if you have your app set on private, no one else can see it. So, and then what will happen is a week will go by, and if you do that, imagine we have some oven chips. Oven chips is a fantastic example. How much is a portion of oven chips? Well, the McCain's oven chips that I have like once a week, maybe if I fancy a treat, a portion is 300 grams. 300 grams is about 7 chips. I might be exaggerating a little bit there, but it's not very many. But if you have oven chips, how many do you put on a tray? You cover the tray, don't you? So you put in, I had one portion of 300 chips. Shit like that is why you won't lose weight. This is where the nitty gritty comes in. I'm sorry, but if I'm doing this for myself, for future Mark, I've got to be honest with myself. And I've got to lay it out on the line that if you're going to track calories, if you're going to do calories in versus calories out, you've got to be honest with it. You've got to weigh out things. If it's a chocolate bar and it says that it's 30 grams, just check, because the reason I'm telling you this is because the manufacturers are allowed to lie to you. They're allowed to say that this is a 30-gram chocolate bar, but it might be a 40-gram chocolate bar. At the same time, they can also be under. So they can say it's a 30-gram chocolate bar, but it's actually 25-gram. What we learn is that we have to be honest. We have to track everything. I mean, the only things that I won't track, right? Let me tell you this, is if I have a piece of toast, I use like flora spread or something like that. I can't believe it's not butter, something like that. I won't put that in, because I'm not fucking weighing out a knife full of butter. Yeah, I'm not being that anal about things like I can't believe that, but I'm not weighing out how much spread I have. And then the other one that I won't do is things like, if I have some tomato sauce, if I have a bacon sandwich, let's use that one as a good one. A bacon sandwich, I don't put on my squeeze of tomato ketchup because it's 10 calories, and it's one of those, I'm not being that anal about it, but everything else goes in. If you would like to add me as a friend on MyFitnessPal, please do. Yeah, if you want to add me as a friend on MyFitnessPal, please do. I'd really like that, actually, so because that way, if I can encourage someone, and you can see exactly what I eat, and you'll be looking at it going, fucking hey, Mark. You know, people who want to lose weight, they eat salads and eat healthy stuff, vegetables, and I don't. I'm not a fan of vegetables at all. I don't like a lot of fruit. It's a texture thing, if you're wondering. I've got a funny thing. If I have some fruit or veg in my mouth, my gullet just won't let it swallow. It's really strange, really odd. But one of Liz's best friends, her husband, is exactly the same, and we couldn't quite believe it when we were telling each other that. Because I was saying that, he's like, I'm like that. I wanted to talk about food first, because people go, I'm going to try and lose weight, I'm going to do all of the cardio, I'm going to do loads of exercise. And the thing is that while exercise is important, and we'll come next week, I'll tell you exactly the exercise regimes and what you need to do. I'm going to try and give you some tips. I got a brilliant comment last week about running. What should I do about this? Now, I'll tell you what I think to do like that. But there's no point starting doing exercise at all until your food's on point. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I did it the wrong way around. I was just like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep eating and eating the stuff that I've been having before. And I started running. And what happened? I tell you what happened. Yeah. Do you know how much weight I lost? None. I didn't lose any weight at all. So I was like, oh my god, I'm doing this. Come on, puppy. Quick. Good boy. I was doing running, I was doing weightlifting, and I was still doing really long walks with the dog. Didn't lose a single fucking pound, not a single one. If anything, I put weight on. And it was only when I was like, it all clicked. 1st of February, it's I know. So then look what happened. I lost 4 pounds in March alone, £1 a week. And yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I don't know, thought it. I haven't weighed myself this month so far. Today's the 6th. Today's the 6th of April, and what I'm going to do is I've got a thing about weighing myself a lot. I just, it's almost like an obsession. I need to weigh myself every day. So what I'm doing this month is I'm going to see. I last weighed myself on the last day of March, and I'd really like it if I could get to the end of April and see how much I weigh. What I'm going to do is, before I do my next video, I'm going to do some. Because next week, I think I've already said, today is 1 week away from the gym's opening. So on my next video, I'll tell you, I'm going to get Liz to do I'm going to measure my waist, my chest, my arms, my legs, my neck, because I think that's the stats I'm going to try and use going forward. Think about it. I'm going to go to the gym. It opens at midday next Tuesday. It's a brand new gym, so everything's new. And I'm going to go along in the afternoon, just get a lay of the land, probably do some cardio is the truth, and then I think I've told you numerous times on these videos, I've reset my body clock, so I'm waking up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning at the moment. So my gym sessions will start being first thing in the morning, absolute first thing in the morning. And if you would like me to show you what I do in the gym, I can do, maybe, because my thing in the gym is, I'm going to leave you on this one, is I probably shouldn't be talking about this on the food episode, but it's just why it pops into my head. I'm not there to take selfies, I'm not there to check Instagram, I'm there to work. So when I go to the gym, my sessions are intense. I don't really have much rest. I just fucking bang it out. About 45 minutes of just intense weightlifting, and then I go, because I'm done for the day. Anyway, I'm sure I've missed out on tons of points. But there's a few tips for you. And if I think the crap, the video won't go on. But yeah, let's just recap, shall we? So drink more water. Okay, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is a goal to aim for. If you can't do that, try and go for half a gram. It's just, the thing is, it will make a difference to your choices. I think I didn't say this before. If you're on 190 grams of protein and your target is 220 like mine is, what are you going to have? Are you going to have a piece of meat? Are you going to have a chicken breast? Are you going to have a protein bar, a protein shake, or are you going to have some crisps? It's that. A bag of crisps, if you're lucky, will have 1 gram of protein in it. A chicken breast won't. So you'll have something, because protein fills you up. So the protein will fill you up way more than a bag of crisps will. So it makes you make that. The reason I love it is it makes you make informed choices. You make choices in your diet that are not, look, I want some crisps, but I know I probably shouldn't, so I'll have this instead. So yeah, that's a really good one. Number 3, track everything. Don't fucking deny yourself. So, did I mention this before? Guys, this is the thing why I need to write notes and why I've practiced this video, and then I've come to actually fucking do it, and I'm making stuff. Look, let's say Maltesers. Maltesers are a great example for me because I fucking love Maltesers. Jesus Christ, there are times where I go for days wanting Maltesers. And as I'm saying, informed choices and a diabetic, you probably shouldn't have any Maltesers. Thing is, Maltesers come in various bag sizes, don't they? So you can get a little tiny bag that's 30 grams Maltesers, or you can get a fucking massive share size bag. If you want to have some Maltesers, go and fucking have some. Don't deny them. Don't deny yourself Maltesers. Just go and get some, but make sure you just have the 1 little bag and don't have them lying around in the house. Because you know, like I know that if I've got chocolate in the house, I know I'll be sat there watching telly, watching TV with the wife, going, "You've got that bar of chocolate in the cupboard." My brain would keep going, "Remember that bar of chocolate in the cupboard? Dude, you've got a bar of chocolate in the cupboard." And it was like, no, I don't fucking want the damn thing. I don't want it. If it's not there, you'll never think about it. The only chocolate I have in my house right this second is protein bars. And even then, I have to show a lot of restraint and a lot of willpower to not just blast through the entire box. I hope all this has made sense. I really do. I just wanted to do something different, you know. People are asking me questions about fitness. People are asking me questions about exercise, which is phenomenal. I never thought, 1 second, that anyone would want to hear my opinion on this. But at the same time, without sitting at my desk and just going, right, I'm going to write a script to make sure I don't miss stuff. I'm sure I've missed tons of stuff. Drink water, ditch alcohol, grams of protein. Don't deny yourself anything. What else did I say? I've already forgotten. Don't starve yourself. That's a great one. Make sure you've got to eat. You've got to eat. Make sure you eat. Just let's leave you on this one, right? Another point I've just thought, right? Let's say, for argument's sake, you want to lose some weight, but you start going, "Oh man, I don't know where to start." This is what I want you to do. Okay? This is exactly what I want you to do. I want you to get My Fitness Pal or a Calorie app of your choice. Calorie tracker app. And what I want you to do is, for 1 week, starting today, or whenever you watch this video, or next Monday, whenever you want to do it, I want you to record everything you eat in a week, but I don't want you to change anything. So if you eat KFC every day, for example, put it in. If you eat fast food 5 times a week, so be it. Put it in. If you eat chips or crisps, chocolate, whatever you eat for a week, put it in, right? And then in a week's time, just eat a bit less, and see how you get on. Just eat. Have takeout 4 times in a week instead of 5. Have crisps 3 times instead of 4. Have chocolate once instead of twice. Have it so you don't drink any alcohol in the week. Just change a little thing and you'll notice something on the scales. I absolutely guarantee it. Absolutely guarantee it. It's just a fact. But you can't just expect it to be like, well, I haven't had any chocolate today. How much do I weigh? Oh no, I weigh the same. It takes time losing weight. Losing weight takes fucking time. One of the great things to do is, if they tell you this much, if you drink a lot of soda pop, full sugar soda pop, mate, just ditch the pop, man. Pop it's got so much sugar in it, and it's so calorific that you just don't need it. And if you switch to water like I did, oh God's sake, Mark, I put sugar-free squash. I put no added sugar squash in my water. I'm sure the people who are saying that before going, "Oh, but I don't like the taste of water." Guess what, guys? Neither do I. I'm not a massive water fan unless I'm in the gym. If I'm in the gym, I just want it to be water. But at home, drink your squash. I have my squash of choice is cherries and berries, which I get from Tesco. It's bloody lovely. It's double concentrated. Costs £1 a bottle. Stick a load of that into a hydrator, and you're laughing. Because it doesn't matter. Yeah, but look, you're going to drink 2 litres of water. I'm not saying it's got to be water. Sorry, I should have addressed that before. This is the thing. I should have some notes, and I don't. I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm just riffing on stuff. I've gassed on for 25 minutes on a video that should have taken 10. Shouldn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're well. Go and check out the vid that I made yesterday. That was me driving my car. And of course, tomorrow, SWAT episode 6, WrestleMania episode goes live. And I know you're going to love it because it's fucking great. if I can help anyone, just if you want some advice, DM me on Twitter, send me a message on here, send me a DM on Instagram, and I will help you as much as I can. I'm not an expert, I said at the start, I'm not an expert, not a nutritionist, not a dietitian, I'm nothing like that. I'm just a guy who found a way that works for me, you know. So I've lost, I mean, I'm last time I weighed myself, which was a week ago, like I say, I was 15 stone 11. Remember in what, January, February, whenever it was, and I was going under because I was 16 stone 5. You know, so I've lost 9 pounds since then. And I'm going to lose more, and because the gym's open, and I'm going to get fucking beast. That's the plan for this year. This year is I want to get really, really jacked. I want to get really, really muscly. I want to be the best version of me that I can. I'm 38 years old. I want to be bigger this year, but I want to be better choices. I don't just want to bulk up and get fat. I want to be the best version. God, look at what a weird day. Lighting wise, I can't see at all anything now. I've waffled on for far too long. I've been Mark P. I hope this is enjoyable. I hope you found this informative. Next week I'll talk about exercise. Take it easy, guys.